Hello and welcome again. Today we are going to be building this desert house right here. This is kind of an unfinished version of it that I was just doing an experiment with. You can see it's got a small pergola over here, bedroom over here, little living area, full enchanting setup over here. And then if you go upstairs, there's a small seating area out here for you to hang out with your friends. And coming back down here, there's a little doorway going out the back. And we are going to build this and then finish it up a little bit more than what it is here. We're going to build it right over here. So as you can see, I have put the floor plan into the ground. So we're actually going to start right here with the stairwell. So we're going to come up 9 on each side. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Repeat that on all 4 sides. Now on these 3 walls, you can fill in the walls all the way. Use a combination of your mud bricks and throw in a few of the packed mud just for a little bit of texture, and you can fill in all 3 of these walls. And it should look something like this. Note that I stopped 1 shy, so these are 9 tall and the walls are actually 8 tall. Now come right over here to this one and break out these 2 blocks. That's eventually going to be a door, and you can replace the floor here with your mud or with your packed mud blocks. Now right here in the center, come all the way up again, all the way up to the top, stopping even with the wall. So this one's going to be 8 tall. Now we're going to build our stairs. So your first step is going to be right here, and then you're going to come over here with solid blocks. 1 2 3. Next step is right next to it. Place a solid block, step coming up 1, solid block, step coming up 1, then 2 solid blocks right here, and then right on this one you're going to place your last stair step. So that is where your second floor is going to be, right here. So we have the bare bones of our stairwell done, and should look something like this. So next we're going to come over here to where our enchanting room setup will be. These will all be 5 tall. 1 2 3 4 5. You can complete those all the way around. And again, fill in these walls, leaving 1 shy at the top. So it'll be 1 2 3 4, and you can fill in all 3 of these walls. And it should look something like this. Now on this side, we're going to make a big window. So we're going to have a 2 by 3 window here. Then on each one of these, we're going to have 2 narrow windows facing out. And then if you want to, you can go back through and change out some of these for your packed mud. And then come in here and you can replace the entire floor with your packed mud as well. Now if you wanted to, you could make this a little bit more textured. You could put in a few of the mud bricks, but you're actually not going to see most of this floor anyway because it's going to be covered up. So I wouldn't worry about it until at the very end if you really wanted to. So your enchanting room should look like this. Now we're going to come right here in the middle, and we're going to bring these 4 outside ones are going to come up 7. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So it should be just a little bit shorter than these, a little bit taller than these, and do that all the way around. So now you've got your outside columns on this one right here. This one is going to be 4 tall. 1 2 3 4. And then you're going to fill in all of these are going to be 2 3 4 5 tall, and this is going to come straight across right here, and you can fill this side in right like so. This is also going to be 5 tall, and this one's going to be 5 tall as well. Then across the front, you can fill in the whole thing. We'll come back in and add in our doors and windows in just a second. Now you can fill in this whole top completely solid blocks all the way across. Now you have your second floor. I like to add a couple of blocks right there, and you can come in again, also change out some of these for some of the packed mud blocks, just to give it a little bit extra added interest. So far it should look something along these lines right here. Don't worry about the front being completely closed in. We're going to knock some holes in this one in a minute. So come along here, right here, put 2 of your oak fences, come all the way across the side here, all the way across the side here, all the way across the side here, and 2 right there as well. While you have your oak fences out, the entire roof here is going to be oak fences. So you're going to come right straight across. Oak fences all the way across, like this, like this, like this, and like so, and then fill the entire thing in. Then when you have that all filled in, cover the entire thing with brown carpet. And after that step, should look something like this. We've got the roof on here, we've got our little patio set up here, our little balcony, and now we're going to come over here to this side and build our bedroom. So over here, these 4 corners are each going to come up 4, and then we're going to fill in the walls 3 high, 2, 3. So go ahead and do that. Leave this space open right here. I'm going to do that, and then we'll come right back. So the bedroom area should look something like this. Now break out 2 windows on each side, and then if you want to, you can come back in and texture this with a few of your mud bricks, packed mud blocks rather. So you should have 2 walls with 2 windows, and then the front one is still solid. So we're going to break out 2 tall on each side. Eventually we're going to get rid of this, that's where the door is going to go, but we need that temporarily. Grab your mud brick stairs, put 1 facing down and 1 facing up, so it'll make a small window like this, and then the same thing on this side, and now you can break out those 2, and you have 2 small windows with a doorway in the middle. Over here we're going to do something a little bit similar. We're going to place 1 temporary block here, place your stair facing this way and your stair facing this way, so it looks just like that, and then bring your 2 fences right here and here, and bring a log straight across like so. So the bedroom section should look something like this so far. Now for our roof here, we are actually going to build a slab roof. So add a slab all the way around on the outside right here. Then put a temporary one and come up one. Oh, that's not going to work. And come all the way around the outside right here. Then add a temporary one and come up one again. And then right here we're going to add a full block, and the reason we're adding a full block is so that way we can hang a lantern on the middle of that. So now your bedroom exterior is done and looks just like so. Right over here, again, these 4 right here, 1 2 3 4, those are going to be our doorway, but we want to keep them for the moment. We're going to come up 1 2 3 4 on each side. And we are going to do the same trick like we did over there, except we're going to do it 2 tall. So a bottom one, then a top one, bottom one, top one. Same thing on the other side. bottom stair, upside down stair, bottom stair, upside down stair. Now we can break out these two just like that, and you should have two small windows on either side of your doorway there. So let's come back into the bedroom. Let's get the floors done in here. So remove all the sand. Now for the bedroom floor, we're going to come around the outside. The entire outside is going to have the stripped oak logs facing up, so you can see the end grain, one in the middle, and then packed mud like so. So that is what your floor should look like in the bedroom. Over here in the main living room, again, remove all the sand. So after you've removed all the sand for the living room, put one stripped dark oak log facing up in the corner. Bring it straight across so it's laying on its side or all the way around the edge. So this is going to be a similar design to what was in the bedroom. Now put four facing up in the middle and then do the outline with the mud bricks. Excuse me, I said it again, the packed mud blocks. So that should be the look for your living room floor. And the main part of your structure should look like this. The only thing we have to do is finish this right here. I like to just come straight across. Nice and simple. If you wanted to, you could add a little bit of decoration across like this. And couple of fences there just to keep you from falling. Okay, so let's start adding the doors. We're going to start with this one right here. We're going to come to the inside and on these blocks right here, so that way it's on the inside. So when you come to the outside, it's indented inward. On this one, we're going to come to the outside, so it's flush with the outside. And also, if you come around to the back, this one is going to be flush with the outside as well. Now in these windows right here, dark oak fences, dark oak fence, dark oak fence, and then the same thing, the bedroom ones all get a dark oak fence as well. Now over here in our enchanting room, this one right here, because this is a special window, I will use glass panes just so we have the nice view outside. And that is the basic structure of everything in here. So let's finish the outside. We've got a little bit of a pergola over here that we're going to build, and then we will add some details and furnish the insides and landscape it. So over here, coming off of our bedroom, we're going to have a very simple pergola type area. Each one of these is 3 apart, so we've got a brick, 1 2 3, brick 1 2 3, brick 1 2 3, brick, etc. Then on top of that, we're going to put a mud brick wall, and then we're going to cover the entire thing with fences all the way to the edge. And simple pergola should look something like this. So for some added detail right here, we are going to add in some dark oak trapdoors. So you want to go to the top of all 4 of these blocks, 1 2 3 4, and then holding shift, add a banner on the front of each one of those. I like to do the same thing here. Note on these windows, you don't want to put it here, because if you put the banner on the front now, it's going to look kind of funky. You actually want to put the trapdoor attached to the window and the one in between and the window again, and then the same thing, hold shift to add the banners, and then do the same thing all 3 sides over here. I actually don't put them on this side just because I want to be able to see out, and I just put them here as well. Then here on this side, I like to go 1, 2, 3, and then 1 on each side. So it makes a nice little pattern with the banners, and I do that on all 3 sides. And then the same banner trick right here. Again, you're going to put your oak trapdoors right along the top and your banners hanging down. Oak trapdoors right along the top and banners hanging down. You can, if you wanted to, put banners all along your pergola here. And I know this is a lot of brown and a lot of, well, brown, but if you wanted to, you could obviously change out these materials. I just like the way the brown contrasts with the light sand, so that's why I used it. Alrighty, so next we're going to come up here and we're going to start furnishing a little bit of stuff. So right up here on top, I actually like to come to the tops of each one of these, put a wall, and then put a lantern on top, like so. Then down here, we're going to add some seating areas. We're going to go 1, 1, 2, turn them so it makes a little seat like that. We're going to put a seat right here and a seat right here. Then on the sides, we're just going to use trapdoors and make a very simple chair design. Right here in the middle, we're going to put 1, 2, 3, 4 brown carpets. Come over here, put a flower pot with a fern. Over here, we're going to put a flower pot with a cactus in it. And let's put another flower pot with a cactus in it right here as well. Come up a couple here, 1, 2, 3. And put a lantern just for a little bit of light. And then over on this corner, we're going to come up on this one, 1, 2 more. Come over 1 and place our lantern hanging just like so. Now we have our nice little seating area up here. So now over here in our enchanting room, we're going to put 1 lantern in each corner right here. And then we're going to put our bookshelf layout. And remember, you need 15 to get your full enchanting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So if I put my enchanting table right here, this should give me full levels of enchanting all the way to level 30. So right here, we're going to put a lectern and our anvil and a grindstone. Over in this corner, we're going to put a little bit of storage. We're going to put over in this corner, we're going to put a little bit of storage. We're going to put 2 chests stacked up just like that. Now you can add a couple of potted plants on each side right here. Let's go with a cactus on this side and a fern on this side, just to frame out that window a little bit. And I'm actually going to add an amethyst right here just to dress it up a little bit. And there we have our enchanting setup. Now let's come over here and do the living room. So right over here in the corner, we're going to put a jukebox. We're going to put 2 item frames, put a music disc in each one, and hang a lantern straight above that. On each side here, we're going to put upside down stair, each side just like so. On that, we're going to put a flower pot. We'll put an azalea in this one. Then right here in this corner, let's put an armor stand. Also on each side of the door right here, let's put a little bit of greenery with a couple of azaleas as well. And now let's come right back here and dress this up a little bit. We're actually going to knock that block out and hang a lantern right there, and then put 2 barrels right like so. And then I think let's grab the mud brick stairs, and we're going to come and put 1 on this side, 1 on this side, just so it has a little bit more of a smoother transition. And there we have our living room and our stairway. Now let's come over here into the bedroom. So real quick before we do that, I did realize I forgot to put the crafting table right here, because well, that's kind of an important thing to have. So here in the bedroom, I've added some extra details. I've got a plant here in the corner, a lectern with a book and quill so you can document and keep a little diary if you want, armor stand to keep your favorite armor, a little bit of storage, a few shelves. You can add some stuff in here if you wanted to, and then again the lantern. This is why this block was a full block right here in the middle. So there is our bedroom done. There is pretty much all of the interior done. Now let's come outside and we need some stuff over here. We need to landscape some stuff. So now we have added some exterior details and some pathing. So I kept it fairly formal. So along here, the pathway is the packed mud blocks and a couple of the mud bricks thrown in. The wall that goes around it is mud brick walls and dark oak fence gates. The interesting thing about the fence gates is when you put them next to a wall, they end up lower. So if you have three, the one in the middle is going to be at the regular height, and the one next to the walls are both going to be lowered to match the wall. So you can get these nice little arch effects. Then I just put a lantern on each one. These bushes are an azalea bush with a moss block on top. You have to put some kind of dirt down to plant them. And then for the path, I used rooted dirt, coarse dirt, and packed mud, and went all the way around. In the middle here, these are just some stairs that are turned and then waterlogged, so that way we can grow some potatoes on each side. I think the potatoes look kind of appropriate for the desert. And then around over here is just a tiny little water feature with some sea pickles, a couple of fish, and then some bamboo and some sugar cane. Then around the back is still pretty plain. You could do whatever you wanted to with this. I thought about putting a big water feature in, but that seems like a whole nother project in and of itself. And then I just threw down a few little cactus and some of the dead bushes around on the side here. And there we have it. That is it. That is it done and completed. This is a pretty flexible design. There's a lot of room for you to change it up and make it your own. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, so that way you can see my future builds as I add them in. And comment, let me know down below if you have something specific that you want to see built. And we'll see you next time. Thanks again. Bye. Have a good one.